Today we are diving into something really interesting. There's a new Linux distribution out there called AnduinOS, and what makes it special is pretty unique. It's built by a software engineer at Microsoft to help Windows users transition smoothly to Linux. And honestly, when I started to looking into it, I was really impressed. If you're thinking about leaving Windows or you have an old laptop that has been collecting dust, this video is definitely for you. And before we get started, if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, it really helps the channel grow. Alright, let's get started. So what exactly is AnduinOS? At its core, it's a distribution based on Ubuntu. Think of Ubuntu as the foundation, and AnduinOS takes that foundation and customizes it to look and feel like Windows 11. But here's the thing, it's not trying to be an exact copy of Windows. It respects how Linux is supposed to work while still being familiar to Windows. The distribution is maintained by a single developer named AnduinGU who works at Microsoft, and this is important. AnduinOS is completely free and open source. He doesn't accept donations, doesn't try to monetize it. It's purely a passion project built in his spare time. That's pretty cool if you ask me. Now AnduinOS comes in two versions. There's the LTS version, which is based on Ubuntu 24.04 and will be supported until April 2029. This one is perfect if you want stability and long-term support. Then there's the standard version, which is based on the latest Ubuntu 25.10 and will be supported until July 2026. This one is for the people who want the newest features and don't mind getting into updates more frequently. The target audience is really Windows users, especially those moving away from Windows 10 or 11, developers switching to Linux, and people with older hardware that needs a performance boost. But honestly, anyone looking for a clean, lightweight Linux experience would appreciate it. Let's talk about getting it into your system. The installation process is straightforward and pretty standard for Ubuntu-based distros. You download the ISO file, and here's something nice, it's only 2 GB. Compare that to Ubuntu GNOME, which is over 6 GB. That's a big difference. You write it to a USB drive using something like Balena HR or Rufus. Boot from the USB and the installer takes over. The installer is Ubuntu's standard Ubiquiti installer, which most people are familiar with. It guides you through everything, choosing your language, setting up your disk, creating your user account. Nothing complicated. The installation itself is quick. Some users even mentioned it felt faster than other distros. Once you reboot, you are dropped into the AnduinOS desktop, and that's where Windows familiarity really shines through. You don't get a welcome screen, you just get a straight to work. I appreciate that simplicity. The whole process takes 10 to 15 minutes and there are not any weird steps you need to know about. It's just smooth. This is where AnduinOS really stands out. The desktop environment is GNOME, but it's heavily customized with themes and extensions to look like Windows 11. The start menu is centered in the taskbar. The taskbar runs along the bottom, and there's even a weather widget in the bottom left corner. If you are coming from Windows, your fingers already know where everything is. But, and this is important, it doesn't look exactly like Windows, it's more like a familiar cousin. GNOME's core design is still there, which means everything is smooth, responsive, and just works. The window management is intuitive, animations are subtle but nice, and overall desktop feels polished. This is impressive for one-person project. In terms of pre-installed applications, AnduinOS keeps it minimal. You get Firefox, some GNOME utilities like a file manager, text editor, image viewer, and a music player. But there's no Office suite, no email client, no bloated software you'll never use. Some people love this approach because you just install what you actually need. Others might find it a bit bare bones at first. Installing new applications is super easy. AnduinOS uses Flatpak as its primary application format, which is a sandboxed way of installing software. It's more secure and keeps your system clean. You open the software app that's built in, search for what you want, and click install and done. You also have full access to Ubuntu's package repositories if you want traditional dev packages and app image support as well. Everything just works. What's really nice is that AnduinOS removed Snap, that's Canonical's packaging system that a lot of people don't like, and replaced it with Flatpak. That's a design decision I respect. Under the hood, AnduinOS uses the standard Ubuntu package manager, which is apt, and if you are familiar with Ubuntu or Debian, you know exactly how to manage packages. In terms of kernel, the LTS version uses 6.14 while the standard version uses Linux 6.17. Both are modern, stable kernels that handle hardware really well. Here's something important: AnduinOS is based on stable Ubuntu releases, not rolling releases. This means you get security updates and bug fixes regularly, but overall system doesn't change drastically between updates. You're not constantly getting new major versions. That's make it reliable and predictable, which is great for people who want their system to just work without surprises. The stability is genuinely solid even though it's 1% project. The fact that it's built on Ubuntu's foundation means you are getting a battle-tested distribution. Performance is one of the best things about AnduinOS. We are talking about real-world testing here. People who tested it on older laptops like a 6-year-old Lenovo with an Intel i5 8GB of RAM said it ran noticeably faster than Windows 11 on the same hardware. Boot times are quick. Even on older machines you are looking at reasonable boot speeds. RAM sits around 1.3GB baseline, which is incredibly low. That means even if you only have 4GB of RAM, you have still got plenty of room for applications. Responsiveness is snappy. Overall, applications doesn't make you wait. Switching between windows is smooth. The desktop animation don't feel sluggish. Everything just feels responsive, and that's a huge quality of life improvement, especially if you are coming from a Windows machine that has been slowing down over time. And remember, this all works great on both newer and older hardware. If you have got an ancient laptop you thought was dead, AnduinOS might just bring it back to life. The latest version is 1.4.2, released in January 2026, and there are some nice improvements there. One big thing is that it's now fully Wayland native, which means it dropped X11. Wayland is the modern display system, and switching to it means better performance and security going forward. GNOME got updated to version 49, which brings refinements to user interface and overall experience. There's a new terminal called Pixis, and that looks cleaner and more modern than the old one. The kernel jumped to 6.17, which gives you better hardware support and security patches, and there's improved video codec support, which means better multimedia playback. Audio handling got better too with updated firmware support. What I like about these updates is that they are not just about sake of updating, they are meaningful improvements that you'll actually notice in daily use. Looking ahead, version 1.5 is coming in April 2026, and it's going to be a bigger release. It will be based on Ubuntu 26.04 LTS, and the big feature is that AnduinOS will have its own dedicated software repository. That means better control over updates and easier customization. They are also planning multiple editions, or standard version or light version for minimal system, and a server edition. That's exciting stuff. Now there are a few things worth mentioning. First, it's a 1% project. That's both a strength and potential concern. The developer is passionate and does great work, but it's worth knowing that this isn't backed by a large company or a team. Second, some features you might expect from a fresh Linux installation are not there by default, but that's by design. The philosophy is you'll get what you need. Most people appreciate that. Third, upgrading between major versions requires a fresh installation right now. You can't just upgrade from version 1.3 to 1.4 with a simple command. Version 1.5 is supposed to fix this, but it's worth knowing. And finally, the project's future depends upon the developer's availability. But given how well organized it is and how transparent the roadmap is, I think there's a good reason to be optimistic. So who should use AnduinOS? If you are a Windows user thinking about switching to Linux, this is an excellent choice. If you have an older laptop that is getting too slow with Windows, this will bring back to life. If you want a clean, lightweight, no bloat Linux system, this is it. If you are a developer wanting a familiar Linux environment, you'll appreciate it. The fact that it's made by someone who actually worked at Microsoft gives it a real credibility. It shows that someone who understands both Windows and Linux designed this with real care. If this video helped you out, I really appreciate you watching, and I read every comment. So if you have questions or thoughts about AnduinOS, drop them down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.